Hello, hello, phenomenal beings on this human journey. Welcome. This is Prachi, and today, one of my absolute favorite topics that I'm going to talk about is how do you know whom to trust? Wow. How many of you had this experience? Let me ask you, where you've trusted somebody and they've let you down like big time? Everybody's hands go up, isn't it? Yeah, we've all experienced it. Someone at some point in time has let us down in some way because we felt we could count on them, and unfortunately they didn't come through, or we just ended up trusting the wrong person, isn't it? So then in our life it's not easy to avoid. We forget being easy to avoid. We cannot avoid trusting other people because we are building our lives based on the relationships we have. Life is all about connection, isn't it? And without other people in our life, we possibly cannot move forward. So, how is it that we prevent ourselves from not wanting to trust other people? We don't go into this whole shell of, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own by myself and be okay with trusting people again, especially after being damaged, after being let down, after being hurt. So today's topic is especially close to my heart because, like I said, I've suffered like all of you, right? I've trusted some wrong people in my life, for which now I have wisened up thanks to those damaging experiences, that I've learned the lessons the hard way, that today I can confidently share with you what I like to call the sequence of due diligence. What is due diligence? It's the most obvious answer somebody will give you when you ask them, how do I know whom to trust? They will say, do your due diligence. By that, what they mean is this: understand things about that person that you're not currently aware of before you invest in that person. Whatever you invest, your energy, your affection, attention, money, whatever it is, because trust is not just about personal relationships, it's also about professional relationships. And the foundation of any relationship is clearly trust. Without that, you wouldn't even buy rice from your grocer. If you did not trust that he's going to give you the best quality product possible, you would not exchange your currency for anything from him, right? So there's trust there itself, right? In such a seemingly simple and very straightforward relationship. So think about more complex equations, professional companies tying up, big entities tying up with each other. How critical then is trust? So, speaking about the sequence of due diligence, the very first question I want you to ask yourself is this: when you are about to invest your faith, your trust, which I feel is very precious, in another person, you need to ask yourself this question: why do I want this person in my life? Why is there a need for me to trust them and include them in a way that they were not included in before? Because what are we saying when we are saying that I trust someone? We are saying that I am giving you more power over me, over my life right now. I'm giving you more access to who I am right now. And if I am making myself vulnerable to you, there must be a reason, right? But what you need to do is become aware of that reason. Why do I want this person in my life? What role are they playing? What need are they fulfilling that is not being met otherwise? And that's why, when you are clear about why you want this person in your life, the level of trust is something that you can choose then how much you want to invest in this person, because that is what will decide the level of trust you want to give this person. See, because not everyone has the same level of access to you. Isn't that correct? You have your most innermost circle, most closest people, the ones you trust blindly. Then you have people outside of it that you call friends, people that you can reach out to, those who'll help you and you'll help them. And yay, it's a nice situation, right? And then there is an outer circle, people you call your acquaintances, people you don't really reach out to every time you need help, only if there's like something that you feel remotely they can help with. And then there is an external circle, people that you have interacted with but play no role in your life when it comes to trusting. Isn't that correct? Right? So now, understanding what is the extent of which that person will be included in your life, that is what you will determine first. Because unless you're clear about this, you can end up trusting them blindly with the hope that they are good, and then end up paying a big price if they are not the right person to be trusted. So, how much access do you want them to have to your life? That's the first thing. Why do I want them in my life? What need are they fulfilling? Is it really needed? Yeah, these three questions in the first set. Ace mindset on awareness changes everything. The moment you have determined that, yes, okay, this is the extent to which I want to allow this person in my life right now, and I'm okay with it, but you're okay with it on the surface, the next thing that you're going to do for yourself is look at data. What do I mean by data? Look at that person's existence, look at the person's life before giving them power over you or access to your innermost or intimate most existence. Find out what their credibility is, especially in the professional scenario, especially if you're looking at getting a teacher, getting a mentor, a guide. What is their expertise? What is their track record? What have they achieved in their life? What are people also talking about them? And I'm not saying go by what people are talking about them. I'm saying what's the general buzz about them. We all have a certain vibe, we all have a certain energy that creates a certain perception in the minds of people, right? And everyone talks about certain people the same way. So you look at a person and then you think, oh, okay, let me find out first what their reputation is. Because especially if you're looking for a professional collaboration, it doesn't matter what role professionally they'll play. You are going to be investing in them, and this will cost you time, first of all, which is your resource you'll never get back. So you need to be dead certain that this is an investment worth making. After you've collected data about the person, yeah, professionally speaking, their credibility, their reliability, their track record, what people are saying about them. Personally speaking, look at their life, look at their other relationships, become aware before you invest in this person. Don't start becoming aware after investing in the person, then it's too late, right? So becoming aware, making it your business to know what they really like in their environment with their people, so that you have more information that you can combine with your internal guidance. The best decisions you will take for yourself will always be a combination of external data and internal guidance. And trust me when I tell you this, and you also know this, your internal guidance is never wrong. Your intuition is never wrong. It's always right. Hasn't it always happened that you've got this guidance from within? You're in a situation, important decision needs to be taken, and you're asking yourself, should I do this? And your insides are screaming, no, 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 this is not feeling right, don't do it. But your external statistics, analysis, information, all facts and figures, they are all pointing in that direction. And you're like, yeah, but all this is saying I should do this, right? And you are so hopeful that it's a good investment, especially when it comes to money, investments in the market. You're hopeful and you make that investment and then you suffer a big loss. Hasn't this happened? Right? So always remember the most sensible decisions of trusting an individual, whether or not you want to invest your faith in this person or this situation or this opportunity, will always come as a combination of your internal guidance and your external data. So that's your next step. And the last one in your due diligence sequence is you finding out what will happen if I don't do this. How do I feel if I don't trust this person? What's the consequence? Okay, let's say that I choose not to include this person in my life, or I choose to still keep that wall between me and this person. What's the consequence of that? How does that make me feel? And here, 100% your internal guidance comes into play. Your intuition will tell you exactly what it is, not what you need to hear. Okay, because you want to hear other things, you want answers that you know are true, but you don't want them, you want different answers, right? That hope is blinding you, but your internal guidance will never misguide you. It will always tell you correctly. Okay, so now when I'm saying, should I move ahead? I actually did this when I decided to break off with that person that I knew for 10 years and I was accidentally dating, yeah, incorrectly. When I asked myself at the end of 4 months, do I want to break up with this person because it's getting into a complicated mess? My insides were screaming, get the hell out, get the hell out. And I was like, I have been feeling this for 4 months and I haven't paid any heed to this. Today, I'm going to take this call and I'm going to back off from this person's life. That night, I slept like a baby. That's how powerful your internal guidance is. It knows what is good for you, what is not good for you. Learn to listen. Yeah. So, in the sequence of due diligence, the last one that you ask yourself is this: how does it feel if I hold back and not go forward with this? And how does it feel if I go forward and not hold back? because every time we see a potential opportunity, okay, speaking financially, investment opportunity which looks too good to be true, and you're like, I don't want to miss this chance, I don't want to miss this chance. Or personally speaking, if you see a potential relationship with a person that you feel is the one, yeah, you're with me, right? Yeah. In either of these situations, or even in a business opportunity, you're filled with hope. You are that bumbling idiot at times who says, I, I want things to turn out great and I'm feeling so positive about this, I'm going to do it. But internally, somewhere, if there is a mismatch, just take a breather. I'm not saying go against the decision. I'm saying listen whether you should trust them right now, whether you should take some time off, whether they deserve your faith, your trust right away, or whether you can hold off for a bit. Because ultimately, at the end of this, what you need to remember is this: we are all humans. We are all making errors in judgment all the time. Nobody is perfect. Some people may abuse your trust knowingly. They definitely don't deserve your trust. Some people may end up breaking your trust unknowingly. Maybe they may ask for a second chance. I will still urge you to listen to your internal guidance and only then take the decision of trusting them again. And some people may be unaware that they have actually broken your trust. They may not even know, right? But if you want to keep those people in your life, you're going to have frank, straightforward, difficult conversations about re-establishing trust again. Because when it comes to trust, it is like they say, it's the crack in a glass. It's the crack. You can always see it. And to rebuild, regain that trust is a very tedious process. Why? Because it's difficult to invest yourself once again, starting from scratch, to believe that the person who once hurt you or damaged you in any way won't do it again. Right? So don't go through that. Remember this: humans are filled with errors, you will also be. But if you practice this sequence of due diligence, listen to this all over again. Watch this video all over again. Okay? If you practice the sequence of due diligence, at least you'll be protecting yourself from investing in the people who are wrong for you. Yeah. And at least you will find people, because you will resonate at a higher frequency. You will find people who truly deserve your precious trust. Okay, this is me, Prachi, signing off. Lots and lots of love to you, and I wish you beautiful relationships, harmonious relationships filled with love and beautiful faith. God bless. Have a good one. See you on the other side.